Okay, girls, here's the continuation of the magic pot holder, or the how I did it pot holder, whichever version of the instructions. I wanted to continue today, so I've been working along on a pot holder, and it looks like the little canoe. I've already turned it right side to. Remember when we started it, it wants to make the boat like this. It really does, with the back side of the stitches toward us. We're going to turn it, because then we'll have the right side facing. And I can work round and round and round. If I have a variegated yarn, it's going to work really nicely. Or I can change colors. And that's what I wanted to talk with you about today, changing colors. So when this pot holder is being made, when it's all done, we're going to fold the ends in like this. And these two edges will come together. We'll make the outside corner here. They'll come together in the middle. Like if it was a little tiny wee one, it'd look like this. So the best place to join color is not up here at the apparent fold or here, but after we folded the edges down, so we'll see where the sides are. So this would be the best place to join. And if you join in the middle of a single crochet, then well, I'll show you what happens. So we're going to go in and act like we're going to make the next stitch. I'm going to pull up the loop as normal. I'm going to drop the old yarn and I'm going to hold in onto the new yarn with my right hand while I have it with the hook. Set myself up and I'm going to finish my stitch, tidy everybody up, with the new color. Now I'm going to lay the new color out in the road in front of me so I can work over top of it for the next few stitches. The reason I want to do that, finish the stitch with the new color, is because then the old stitch is complete, all one color, and the new stitch is all one color. It seems counterintuitive, but it's true. So let's do it again. Let's go in. I'm just going to show you the color change so you're aware of it. I'm going to act like I'm all the way through there. Then I'm going to come in and I'm going to grab the new color. This happens to be attached on the inside right now. If it wasn't, I'd hold on to it with my right hand so that I have some tension against it. I'm going to grab the new color and finish the stitch with the new color and then continue. Watch what happens. I can put the tail, tighten things up a little bit. I can put the tail out in front of me and work over top of it. But now look, I have completed the stitch. This one's a little bit big because it's the tail. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, once I've done that, I'm going to go back to the inside, like back here. Well, I've connected it. So if I hadn't connected it, the tail's going to be just hanging, laying in wait for the next time I come around when I can pull it up and use it again. Or I can be done with it, simply use the new color for several rounds, and then tie in a different one. So that's the way we're going to join in a new color in our pot holder. Now, let's talk for just a second about finishing this. Here's my little guy. I'm going to pretend that my little pot holder is only this big. And I've folded the corners in and they meet in the middle and it's square. So if they don't want to meet, if you're not quite done, you can get them to lay in the middle, but it'll be an elongate, it'll be like a rectangle with one short side and a longer side. So that's not really done yet. So to then finish it, we have the 4 loops of the single crochet laying side by side. So there's the 2 on the top of that one and the 2 on the top of this one. If I want to make a loop for hanging, I'm going to put 6, maybe 7 chains. I'm going to come back down and I'm going to slip stitch in the touching loops. So if this was 1 and that one's 2, I'm going to go through the second one and I'm going to come up over here in number 3. Number 4 I've left out, you can see them, and I'm going to slip stitch. Now slip stitch. Then I'm going to do the ones that are touching from that point on. So here's my little guy. It's kind of awkward because he's little. But I'm going to go through the touching ones, number 2 and number 3. And I'm going to slip stitch, and I'm going to make sure that I do it loosely. Everybody wants to slip stitch tight. And if you do, it'll turn the edges of your little pot holder up and they won't lay down flat. Now, if you don't want a hanger, then you don't have to chain out several. Just turn around and start slip stitching. I want to do a couple more so you can see what it's going to look like, even though this is a very odd little sample. Show his little, let's pull him up. You can see that it lays down joined quite nicely. Just lays very flat. That's what we need to do.